so I thought best, since a few people have asked, just go through my bag that I took on the coast to coast, the Wainwright's coast to coast, and this is it. I've just got back, so I just thought I'd let you know how I set it up before I empty it. It's 2 hiking poles just attached to the outside. The bag is the Osprey Exos 48 litre. I have nothing hanging on the outside of it, no tents or sleeping bags or anything. Let's have a goose. I kept this on the outside, which is just the Z-Light Thermarest, but I cut it down. I just cut it into 4 pieces, and that was just my sit pad. I used to sit on it, or I'd have it as the porch outside my tent. Came in very handy and just easy access, just slide it in there. And then in the front pouch just had my windbreak, my Mammoth windbreaker, really light, nothing to it. That came in real handy. What else was in here? I just kept like a little a buff in there as well, again just to keep the wind off or whatever it needs to be, and a bit of a camping towel, and I used that just to wipe off the condensation from the tent of a morning and then just leave it in there to dry out. And there's just there's a plaggy bag, which I often just take a plaggy bag in there just to use as a bin, and then I'd put like breakfast bars and stuff in that front bit so I could just access it quite easily. I'm going to lay all this out in a minute. I'm just showing you what's on the outside, what's easily accessible. So in the lid I had my this was my rain kit, my Snug Pack Enhanced Patrol Poncho. That let me down. That let me down. The front pocket, I kept my map in there, my camera, my phone, and I only had 1 day of severe rain where it rained all day, and this just completely failed on me. It ruined my map, my phone and my camera got wet, I got wet, and so all it really served the purpose for was just keeping the wind off me, which it did well, but maybe for downpours, but I'd not use this for torrential rain, and I'm going to be thinking about getting something different. First aid kit in top of here, really, I just use this all the time. It has my Compeed blister, plasters, painkillers, everything to deal with your feet, earplugs for on a night. That's it up in here. And then my bag cover, my DD bag cover, that did really well actually. And then, hallelujah, hallelujah, the most important bit of kit, all used, Vaseline, absolutely vital. I'd put that on my feet on the morning, on my teats, it stops chafing, and then at dinner time I'd stop for like 20 minutes, half an hour, and just let my feet breathe, let them dry out a bit, let them, you know, see the light of day, and then put this back on them, and it keeps the blisters at bay. And then in the side, 2 of these 850ml smart water bottles that I just fill as I go, whether it was filtering or in a toilet or whatever. And you can access these because on this bag there's a little hole here as well, so you can access, if you see, they come out there, so you just reach back and you can just pull it out, boom, and drink as you're going. I found that really good. The bag I found excellent, it was so comfortable, it fits so much in. I mean, it's only 48 litre, but I just didn't take much with me. And then in the 2 front pockets, it's got 2 pockets on the waist belt. I kept my phone in one of them, and then I just kept my camera in the other one. Right, let's have a I'll empty it all out and then we can have a look, can't we? Right. So the bag, we've been through the bag. That's the Osprey Exos 48. Everything contained within it. Sweet bag. These are my, they're carbon, I believe. Enkyo. I'll leave a link for everything underneath the video. But these were brilliant. I don't know how anyone does long distance walking without poles, and also they doubled up to set up my shelter as well. You only need one to set up this shelter, which we'll get into now. I'm starting from this side. So, a piece of Tyvek, super lightweight, really strong. I just put that under the tent, just to belt and breeches really, just to protect my mat and the tent, which is this, which is 875 grams. The Lanshan 1 served me well, served me really well. After you get used to it, it goes up in no time. The only issue that I had with it was the condensation was pretty bad. Even if you had the bathtub sides up quite high, you would get condensation on the inside of the bathtub, which isn't great. But I carried a little camping towel in my bag and I would just dry it down every morning and let the towel dry out. So that wasn't a bad thing. So sleep system. Sleeping bag is my Alp Kit Pipe Dream. I've just put it in this Van Gogh compression bag. That's a 3-season bag that I just use all the time. I had it unzipped and just used it as a quilt because I was on this beast of a thing. The Thermarest Neo Air X Therm. Amazing. So comfortable. So comfortable. I had some good night's kip. And that doubled with the Sea to Summit ultralight pillow. You're good to go. A couple of earplugs in, bosh, out like a light. My cut kit, I've done a video on this, so if you want to check that out, I'll leave a link to it in the description below. I used every part of this. I used the big bit to do actual cooking in, and I used the little pot to boil water and to drink out of. That brilliant, that came in really handy. I cut down my Z-light, so I turned it into a 3/4 pad, and then I got this, the leftovers, which is just four pieces, which I just tucked into my bag, and that was a brilliant little sit pad or a porch. It came in really handy. And let's fly through this. Clothes. This is what I wore for most of the time. Just some old running shorts of mine. I even cut the nut hammock out of there because it was chafing me. So they're just so light. And then a running top as well. That's just what I wore throughout the whole thing. I took a down jacket for of an evening. Only wore that a couple of times. Some Marina wool leggings, so just get to camp and I just put these on under my shorts, or if the wind's picked up I just put these on. That was it really. And then 3 pairs of socks. I took 2 pairs of these. I'll put a link for these. These were amazing. Coupled with my shoes. Where there? Oh. Yeah. So this is my hiking shoe. It's a Solomon X Ultra. It's a lightweight hiking shoe. That coupled with these socks will keep you blister free. As long as it's the right size, make sure you get fitted properly. So just take 2 pairs of socks and rotate them and wash them in streams and let them dry out on the back of my bag. And then I would have a 3rd pair of socks that I just wear when I got to camp, just around camp, just to keep my feet in check. What else? That's it really for clothes. And then just a rab base layer just to keep my arms warm. Done. I spoke about this. snug pack, enhanced patrol poncho. He let me down, so later. A little possibles bag. This was my... Do I really need to go into all this? I will do, just in case anyone cares. This was just my little toiletries bag. Some sun cream, which I did need. A little bit of antiperspirant, because I know some people don't use it, but I like to be fresh. I like to roll into these little villages looking fresh, smelling fresh. Speaking of which, I like hand sanitizer, toothbrush, mini toothpaste, a little bottle of sort of shampoo, shower gel. That's it. All that just kept me fresh and clean. Right, what else is in there? Some wet wipes, a trowel for number 2s, MSR filter, I use that quite a bit. I think that's it. Oh, and a lighter and a fire steel. Food, this is my food. I took these adventure foods, I think I took 6 or 7 with me, and that kept me going, interspersed with sort of eating when I could at sort of pubs and stuff. I made a bag of oats with all sorts of goji berries and chai seeds and akko root and cinnamon and all that good stuff. That's sort of breakfast and snacks. That's it really in here. Oh, and I made up a little thing of coffee and sugar. Food. That's just my electronics, just chargers, batteries for my torch, spare SD card that I didn't need because I didn't do much filming. That's it, and I did take a battery pack to recharge my stuff, but it let me down, it failed on me. The RAV something or other. Stay away from it. But yeah, that's all my electrics in there. That's it. The first aid kit I've been through. Right, I'll get it all weighed up and let you know how much it weighs. Okay, so that's 8.06 kilograms, which is 17.7 pounds. I'll also put a list, if I can, of everything, or the majority of the stuff I've used, down below. I'm not going to put the individual weights for everything, because come on, we've got stuff to do out here. What would I change? I wouldn't change much really. You've got to spend mega bucks to get the ultralight stuff, but I'm happy with that. It got me from one side of the country to the other, so I can't grumble. If you've got any questions about the kit, sling them down below and I'll do my best to answer. I find it difficult at times because I am busy and there's often quite a lot of questions, but I'll do my best to get back to you. And that's it. Thanks. Oh, before I go, someone sent me this. I don't know if he's out there and he's still watching. Shout out whatever rugby club that is. Thanks for it. And also, I'll tell you this little a little hack before you go. You see the Kappa logo, which is I think it's a man and a woman sat back to back. What's this? A woman sat with her legs open. Life hack. Thanks for watching. See you later. Bye.